No one enjoys being felted. No one enjoys being mocked. No one enjoys being the butt of the joke. Everyone prefers to be the person that points and laughs at the retard, but no one ever wants to be the retard that gets pointed and laughed at. But what is a man to do when he's been felted so hard? This man will start to get desperate. This man will literally do anything and everything he can within his power to stop getting felted. And when a man gets desperate, he starts to do things that no one likes or no one enjoys. He will be condemned to hell and back for his actions. Case in point, the Daiymo. For the past couple of weeks now, the Daiymo has been getting felted pretty hard from people like Warhammer and another man, Mr. Deadman. Now, the Daiymo has decided that he was going to go after the Deadman for some reason. I really don't know why. But the Daiymo really hasn't been getting successful in his little back and forth between himself and Mr. Deadman. Daiymo's been so desperate to felt Mr. Deadman that he himself has now been getting felted pretty hard by Mr. Deadman. And Daiymo's getting pretty goddamn desperate for a W. So much so that he decided he was going to team up with Ethan Ralph to destroy Mr. Deadman's life. Now, why would Ethan Ralph be going after Mr. Deadman? You must be wondering to yourself. Well, the reason is Mr. Deadman has a little show he calls Gun Wave, where he talks about the latest Ethan Ralph drama, which is really nothing new, nothing of any significance. I mean, virtually everyone and their grandmother has been talking about Ethan Ralph and his latest fuck-ups for quite some time now. I have, Jim has, PPP has, Andy Worski, Sunrise Productions, everyone has been talking about Ralph and his never-ending fuck-ups for ages now. But it's not so much a matter of Mr. Deadman pointing and laughing at Ethan Ralph. It's what Mr. Deadman did the other day that really set Ralph off. For you see, Mr. Deadman had himself a little interview with Matthew Vickers, the father of Faith Vickers. And since Ethan Ralph hates the Vickers family with a burning passion, he decides he's not going to take it. He's going to stamp his little pig hoof down. He's going to teach Mr. Deadman a lesson. And the Daiymo, man who's been getting felted nonstop by Mr. Deadman, decides, you know what? Ethan Ralph's pretty pissed off at Mr. Deadman. I hate Mr. Deadman myself. So I'm going to go on ahead and I'm going to team up with Ethan Ralph. I'm going to go message Ethan Ralph on Twitter. And I'm going to give him all the information that I got on Mr. Deadman. And I'm going to give it to Ralph so Ralph can destroy this man. Now, how did Ralph exactly destroy Mr. Deadman, you may ask? Well, it's that simple. Ethan Ralph, based on the info that Daiymo gave Ralph, decided that he was going to call up Mr. Deadman's place of work and tell his supervisor about how much of a terrible person Mr. Deadman is. And as a result of that, Mr. Deadman had to resign from his job, which he's had for over several years. And keep in mind, Mr. Deadman is married. He has kids. Now, and he has his own house, too. And now Mr. Deadman has to start worrying about how he's going to be able to do things like, pay the bills and feed his family, how to survive. now that he's left his job. All because Ethan Ralph and the Daiymo couldn't handle getting made fun of. This is the shit Jim warned us about. Okay? This is literally where we're at now. Ethan Ralph and the Daiymo, to an extent, have more or less ruined a man's life because they couldn't take the dead man clowning on him. Now, in the description below, I will be leaving a video from Grossly Offensive where he goes over this more in depth. And I do have something else in mind. Once this video gets uploaded, the thumbnail gets put up, and the link to Grossly Offensive video is in the description below. After all of that, we're going to be getting into a very interesting Aiden Paladin thread on Twitter, which I very much enjoyed it, and I know you guys are going to enjoy it too. Because holy shit, does it get insane pretty fucking fast. So look forward to that. But for right now, Ralph and Daiymo, you guys can go fuck yourselves. You big sniveling pussies, you.